I mean, Drake fans ignore all that stuff. I mean, they ignore anything as it relates to Drake, and then they take everything Drake says as law. And so when it comes to this A minor stuff, this is Kendrick doubling down on Drake being a PDF file. And so obviously his fans are enraged. Oh, how can you say this? And even Drake himself is enraged. Like that terrible song Hard Part 6, he mentions at the end, like, oh, I would like that song if he wasn't doubling down on some weird like, it's not weird. Like, we have evidence of Drake doing things that is very PDF foulish. So I want to bring up this video for y'all to see, just in case y'all have never seen it. And I apologize for the audio quality because it's not the best. But this is a video, as y'all see here in the title, of Drake kissing the other on an underage girl at a show. This is a video from 2010, and y'all going to find out the girl's age. Let me find out what Drake's age is. Drake is 37. So that video was 14 years ago. So Drake was 23. So this is a 23-year-old Drake on stage with a 17-year-old. Again, this is a 23-year-old Drake with a 17-year-old. And as y'all can see here, I said the audio quality is not that good. The visual quality is not that good either. Well, I'm going to play this video for y'all, and then we're going to get back into it. This is a 17-year-old. He's going to find out he's a 17-year-old. He's going to acknowledge that she's a 17-year-old right now.
Y'all going to have me getting carried away again. I get in trouble for shit like this. How old are you?
She said she's 17. Y'all can't hear it, but she said she's 17. This is him acknowledging that is wrong. What he just did before I pause, I can't go to jail yet, man. So we have all this context. He's essentially like kind of like caressing a young woman. We don't know her age at that point. She confirms that she's 17. He acknowledges she's 17. He acknowledges that there are legal implications with him fondling and being intimate with a 17-year-old because he said, I can't go to jail, man. And then he goes on to, so this is after the acknowledgement. So he acknowledged that she's 17 years old, and then he goes on to do this after acknowledging that she's 17 years old.
Why do you look like that? You dick. Look at all this. Well, I guess that brings to a close.
Hey man, the niggas are weirdo. But I'm gonna fast forward this so y'all can see what I really going to do to show y'all. So, Drake fans are mad, Drake is mad, but we have stuff like this that exists on the internet. A 23-year-old man kissing on a 17-year-old man. And this video goes on. There's other clips of the video where he goes on and like talking about caressing her chest and her chest bent up against his chest or whatever the case may be. There's a bunch of weird stuff, but it's just like people are saying that Kendrick is lying and all the things that Kendrick is alleging is far-fetched when things like this exist on the internet. Another thing that exists on the internet is Drake had a friendship with Millie Bobby Brown. If that name sounds familiar, I'm not speaking about Bobby Brown from New Edition. I am speaking about the young woman who was a star on the show. Why am I forgetting it? Star on the show, Stranger Things. And so she speaks to the friendship with Drake. Drake, I'm gonna get into Drake. But she speaks on the friendship with Drake. So I'm gonna further go into what, was alleged on this song by Kendrick. We're just going to present the evidence. All the stuff is out within the world. Y'all can ignore it as Drake fans. I know Drake fans probably not watching this video, but if you are in conversation with somebody who's a Drake fan and say, oh, Kendrick was lying and y'all like a song that he's lying, just present them this evidence. That's why we're here at the Rhythm and Peace podcast.
Tell me about your friendship. How did this all come about?
Wait,
I love him. I met him in
Australia.
Australia.
Name and
About your relationship with
there we go.
About your relationship with Drake. Tell me about your friendship. How did this all come about?
I love him. I met him in Australia, and he's honestly so fantastic and a great friend and a great role model. You know, we just texted each other the other day, and he was like, "I miss you so much." I was like, "I miss you more." He's coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely gonna go and see him. I'm so excited. Yeah.
What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say?
About boys, he helps me.
What?
Yeah. He's great. He's wonderful. I love him.
What's his advice with boys?
You know, that stays in the text messages.
What about your relationship
So
with
we have this young woman, 14-year-old woman, I believe, at the time that they met. The story of that is that she was in a hotel lobby in Australia. He was one of them was going up, the other one was going down, and they exchanged information, and from there they began to text each other. Now this is Drake. This is a grown man. This is, again, Stranger Things that ain't been out no longer than 10 years. So if Drake is 37 now, at the least, he would be 27 at the time of that. This young woman was 14 at the time of that, but I believe Drake was in his 30s when all this came to surface. I bring all this up because as a brother, as an uncle, as a cousin, as a friend, I can't think of any reason why a 30-year-old or a 20-year-old even have a relationship, a texting relationship with a 14-year-old is okay. Like, we speak about a lot about the weird things that go on in Hollywood, a lot of the weird things that just go unscathed, and a lot of people don't mention it. This is one of those weird things. In no world should it be okay for a grown man to have a relationship with a 14-year-old. I'm not saying relationship like intimate. I'm saying relationship even in a friendship. There is no way why a grown man should have that type of relationship with a 14-year-old to where y'all are texting, to where you're giving this 14-year-old advice. Why are you talking to a 14-year-old about boys and dating? A 14-year-old that you are not related to. Even talking to a 14-year-old that you're related to is probably kind of like weird if it's not your child or it's not you're not the guardian of that person. But that's very weird for them to have that relationship. But if you listen to Drake fans, they would tell you that this entire song sucks because Kendrick was doubling down on something that is not true, which I can agree with them. Drake has not been proved to have any sexual, intimate relations with young women. But we do have video evidence of him being a 23-year-old kissing a 17-year-old on stage. We do have video evidence of a 14-year-old admitting that they have a texting relationship to where he's giving advice to her about dating. All these things is weird. Like, there's no getting around that. It's very weird. I'm not going to stay on that too much longer, but I just want to present y'all with that evidence because I hate that every time this song gets brought up by somebody who wants to be a hater, it's their main defense is that, oh, he's talking about something that's not even true. Like, you have a whole song about Drake being a PDF file, and that's a lie. What about him beating on his wife? Like, no, we don't know if he beat on his wife or not, but we do have video evidence of this type of behavior from a grown man, which is not acceptable in any instance, ever. So if you are defending that, you are a weirdo and get off my page. They're not like us.